the bottom of your swing is behind the golf ball. Because where's your head at impact? It's way behind the ball. You're releasing the club, and the bottom of your swing's got to be more forward. So how do you get the bottom forward? The arc height. Okay, so there's three things that affect the bottom of the swing. The angle of attack, which is just the angle from the ball to the club. If it's steeper and the handle's forward, the bottom of the swing's going to be in front of the ball. If you're arcing the club, if it's coming from the inside, and your club is way hitting behind it, it's easy to see why here, okay? Because at impact, all right, if we look at where you are relative to where you start, okay? So your left hip, does it go forward at all you get behind it, which, that's old school. You transfer some weight and get your upper body behind the ball. Most players don't do that with irons nowadays. They stay over the ball. Their head doesn't really move off it. So I'll just give you a little example. Now, this is all technique stuff, and you got to take some of what I tell you with a grain of salt. And what I mean is, you're not going to be a 25-year-old guy again. Those days are over. So some of this stuff physically, you're just not able to do. Like this guy's able to turn a lot more and stay over the top of the ball. All right. What are we going to do? We're going to move the ball back to accommodate where you are at impact. Your head goes back, and it stays back. So where are you at address versus where you are at impact? So what's going on here? You have lag. I mean, the handle's leading, and you have pretty good lag. But at impact, the club head's passing your hands, and your head's behind the ball. Now, it's behind where it starts, okay? So here's address, and here's impact. So you're coming up and out of it some. And, yeah. So what we're going to do is get you more over the ball. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm going to give you a little wider base so your ankles are more underneath your hips. Just a little bit wider. Get the ball more in the middle with the irons. And the rest of this, oh jeez, I'm trying to break everything here. The rest of this is pretty good. Yeah, so just in front of center would be where you're trying to hit it. Yeah, so you're going to trap the ball better. You get more forward lean. Now, do you understand what I mean by trap the ball and more? Right. So, like at impact, Monty, your lower body not only doesn't get enough shift, but doesn't get much rotation. Now, that's probably not going to change. It may. I don't know. No, on the forward swing at impact. You're pretty slow with your lower body. Yep. Exactly. So what happens is everything stalls out. Your lower half stalls out right about halfway down, and then you fire your body. And you can see it here. Right. Like right here, the club's going to start passing your hands. You see how it's passing your hands early? That's because you've stopped turning your trunk. And so when that club head starts to pass your hands, the handle of the club starts to move backwards like this. When you start to get that, what happens is the club starts to go up. And you'll either hit it thin or you'll flip. When that handle starts to move back, you get a little bit of flip. All right, well, we're going to try to introduce this idea that the handle and the club head are moving together through the ball. Not that way, but more that way. Does that make sense? So look at this guy on the right, and you'll see what I'm saying. So there's more lean in the shaft. His body's more over. He's got more lateral and rotational. But I don't know that I want to change too much of that. I just want to get the ball in the right place. You're hitting it solid. I'm going to give you a couple little exercises. Yeah. Most of your shots are thin, right?